Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you all are doing well. My name is Manahir Forest Valley and I welcome you to today's interview session. We have the pleasure of hosting a remarkable guest today, Inês Sofia. Before we begin, let me provide a brief introduction. Inês Sofia is a student of the Technical Management course at Magestil in Lisbon. She has a keen interest in the intersection of management, law, and international relations. Inês Sofia has actively engaged in various uh, activities that complement her academic journey, including being the Secretary General AleMUN and YMUN XLIX Ambassador and involved in event management at international. She also enjoy connecting with people from different cultures who share similar purposes, goals, and hobbies. Without further ado, let's dive into our interview and get to know Ines Sophia's life journey and experiences. Welcome, Miss Ines Sophia. How are you?
I'm fine, and you. Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm really happy to be here with you today.
Thank you so much. I'm great. So, first of all, please introduce yourself for my viewers.
Okay, so my name is Inês. I'm 18 years old. I'm from Portugal, and I finished my high school in management. Now I have a degree, like the basic, but I want to study international relations in the university. I'm going this year or in the next year, but in my free times, I like to do some projects related to international relations and law management and this type of things that are really important for me. I like to do some volunteer in some projects like that help people, that help the animals or the forest. Something really important for me is like the green world, and there is one the motive that I'm events manager and in Enter International, but I have my model nine nation that it's like we prepare debates with all of the teenagers. They can participate and they can make like the difference debating the things there. But more than that, in my really free time, I like to do some sports. I like fashion and that type of things that like a teenagers likes. Okay, so I'm really happy for being here, and I think we will have a lot of fun and a good conversation.
Okay, great introduction. Thank you for your introduction. So,
Mhm.
my first question is that can you tell me more about your experience in the technical management course at Magestil? How has it prepared you for your future career?
Okay. It was really good to study management in Magestil. It's like one of the best school in Portugal and are recognized by the European Union. So in my school, we have like the theory classes that it's like listening basically the teacher, make some exercise, but we have something that for me was the most important, that it's like the practical part. We do a lot of projects. One of my business idea that I made in my high school was in school, and I make like a business idea to help blind and low vision people. So I think this prepared me a lot for being someone really important in my community in the future. So I'm really grateful for being studying in Magestil in these 3 years of high school.
Okay, thank you for sharing. So now let's move on to next question. What sparked your interest in intersection of management, law, and international relations? How do you see this field complementary each other?
Okay, so this packet that having myself about these three topics are really it was basically because I was a really a person that likes to debate and to argue about some topics, and in my past I was really able to talk, but I wasn't talk correctly. So I wasn't giving good speeches. I wasn't giving like a all argument. So my speeches was really like, in my opinion, it was really bad at the time. And with the time, I started to feel like in love with these three topics, in the most international relations, because I like to study about other cultures, other countries, about other language, and understand more about other countries and like the conflict between the countries. It's really important for me. So when I see like these topics that I really like, they make me like be interesting more into something in my future about this. And I want to study international relations, so I think that like make that spark, you know. And now I'm really like into international relations, and I want to do something in my life that can help like the countries and the conflicts that they have between them. It's something that I really like. But basically they are like complementing each other, because like law have the international law that it's about international relations, and we have like the administrative part that have like a lot of important things to you doing international relations or law, you know. So I think everything is complementing each other, you know, and that's really cool.
All right, great. So, your interest in connecting with people from different cultures. Could you share an example of a time when you successfully
Mhm.
connected with someone from a different culture and how it enriched your experience?
Yes, sure. I have a lot of experience, but I will talk about one of that. It's like the most important people for me. Most of my friends are from Brazil, and it's really cool because we speak the same language. We speak Portuguese, but Portugal colonized Brazil. So when you are like talking with them, you can have another overview about what they think about the colonizing, and like what happens, you know. So when I'm with them, we have a lot of different points of view, you know. My country have more development than Brazil, you know. So sometimes we don't agree with like the same political things, you know. So basically I really like when I'm with them, because I can share like uh we I have one specific situation that I want to share with you. That was like in Brazil, in the sorry, let me see, like in the last year they have the elections for the president, and I was going to one of the candidates because I think was the best for Brazil. And my friend has other complete vision, you know, because I don't know like exactly why, but she lives there, you know. So my point of view is really different from them, and sometimes that can make like some arguments between us. But I think it's okay. I think it's really important we understand like how the people from other country feels about my country, about my opinions, because that can make me reflection and make me thinking more about what I can do different, so they can understand me more, you know. So I think that's really cool, and share different cultures with a lot of different ideas. It's really cool. And in specifically with Brazil, it's the most interesting for me, because like in my history, Portugal was not a good country in colonizer, you know. So I think it's really important I understand that, and Brazil is one of the best examples to give you. Yes.
All right, thank you for sharing, and thank you for so much for sharing. Amazing answer. So, my next question is: in your opinion, what role does youth leadership play in transforming societies? Can you provide an example of a social project or activity you have been involved in that and to make a positive impact on society?
Mhm. Yes, sure. I think like the young people are really important transforming the society, you know. And I'm saying that like with an example, to be honest, but because I think he's the best. I do a lot of projects with my friends and with people that I don't know the most, but I want to know more. And I see that a lot of teenagers are like really really there to make something different for our future, you know. I will talk about international, we will have the summer in the next week, and I think it's the best example for you to give you, because we will basically like have a lot of people from around the world share different opinions, and understand how we can like be each other's and have different opinions, so we can share a lot of different experience in the green world and everything, and I think that it's really important when I'm with them. I think it's like it's really special for me, because stop, if you have like a lot of people that have the same interests than you, and you are like sharing experience, I think it's the best, because you are talking with someone that want to listen you. Because when I talk with someone that don't want to listen me, it's really awful, it's really stranger and comfortable. So basically in international, we want to impact the teenagers with some leadership and green world facts, so share with them like my experience. It's really important for me, and I think that will help them.
All right. So, as the Secretary General of AleMUN and XMUN
Yes.
XLIX Ambassador, what were your responsibilities and achievements in these roles?
Okay, so they are a little bit different. Okay, so basically in AleMUN, I'm the Secretary General. So I make the dates. I divide the tasks. So like I divide the things that the academic, the administrative, the communication department needs to do. I'm like in everything. If something goes wrong, I'm the like my it's my fault basically. So it's a lot of responsibility, and I think it's a good experience for anyone that want to understand more and want to debate. And it's like an invitation for you too. If you want like to debate, have like some conversation, I will suggest you to make part of a model in our nation. But I was an ambassador of YMUN in the last year. That it's like the Yale. It's like these conferences are made by the Yale students, basically. Yale students and the professors. So it's really different from what I do. I was an ambassador, and I basically need to make the communication between the people in the United States and the people in Portugal. So I was like trying to make more students from Portugal go to the United States and go to YMUN. This was basically my role, and I need to do that with a lot of materials. So more than that, I give two lectures to like my to like how can like we have the Palop community that it's basically the African country that speak Portuguese. I give two lectures to them so they can understand more about when and bring them to the United States. And that's something really important for me, and I think was one of the best roles for me, in my opinion.
All right. Thank you for your answer. So now let's move on to next question. My next question is, could you share a challenging event management experience you've had in your role at Enter International? How did you handle the situation and what did you learn from it?
Yes, sure. So I'm preparing the event now, because in 1 week I will fly to Italy. So it's a lot of responsibility, I will say so. And I explain you why. Because everything in my hands. If everything's go wrong, it's my fault. And I think that sometimes are really stressful with that. Okay, but basically I think that probably the stress is the worst part. But you need to control that. And how I learn about this, because basically now I'm feeling like, okay, I send the emails, I'm doing my part. If the people don't answer me, it's not my fault. I will rush, I will search for other people. It's basically now how I think, because before I was really stressful, and I think we can't be stressful like so much about just one project, so that is basically my opinion. I think we need to relax a little bit more, because everything goes well if everyone wants to do something for the community. There is like why it's so important you be connecting with people that want to make something for the world.
Alright. So, how do you stay updated and informed about current trends and developments in the field of management, law, and international relations?
Okay, so basically, I study, like I study, so that makes me like into the like the topic, but I do some things in my daily life that I think that it's really important to mention. So when I go to the gym, I see the news. Okay, I'm doing my exercise and I'm seeing the news. When I'm like in my travel to like to school to home, I'm seeing like the journal. I have three applications of journals in my cell phone. I can show you. That's basically
Okay.
here where I am. Here, I have five journals. It's from a lot of countries: Spain, United States, China, and Portugal, basically. So I have like a lot of journals that I'm reading and I'm seeing like the articles, and I think it's really cool. But something that it's more important than that, it's LinkedIn. I see a lot of things about these files in LinkedIn, and it's really important we understand like the opinion of other people, So the LinkedIn is one of the best things that I like to understand more about these files.
Alright, thank you for your answer and thank you for sharing. What are your future career aspirations in the fields? Do you have any specific goals or areas you would like to explore further?
Yes, I want to study international relations, and after that, I want to study more, obviously, but I want to be part of the diplomatic corps of Portugal because I want to represent my country abroad. I want to work in European Union or United Nations. It's one of my biggest goals. I really want to do that, and I'm working for that. I think it's most important. We need to working for what we are dreaming. And I dream really, really big. So for me, work is the best.
Alright, thank you so much for sharing. So, how do you manage your time and prioritize tasks? You are involved in multiple activities and projects simultaneously.
Okay, yes, I understand you. It's a good question. And to be honest, I think I have a lot of knowledge in time management. And I will say you hi. Why? Because I study management, so I obviously have like some lectures about time management, and that helped me a lot. I will be really honest. I don't know, to be honest, I don't know how I'm in like most more than 10 projects and everyone's talk good about my work. That's really different for me. Like, I don't know how I do this, but I basically make like I have my calendar and I make my priorities. I like the school, some time for me too. I have 2 hours for the gym. Okay, so I want to be healthy, mental healthy, because if I'm not mental healthy, I'm not good. I will not do anything. So the gym and the school are like my first priorities, and after I put like the meetings with my projects, with everything. And after that I can thinking about like, oh, okay, I don't have nothing to do in this time, I can chill a little bit and see a series. It's basically like that I make my plans, and I think that it's really simple, and the simple is the best.
Alright. Great. So, what are some of your favorite hobbies or activities you enjoy outside of work or school?
Sorry, can you repeat, Maria? I can't hear you, sorry.
Alright. What are your favorite hobbies or activities you enjoy outside of work or school?
Okay, okay, okay. So, like after school and work, I divide my time like in two things. So I have like two parts of my life. The first is like when I have my projects, like some projects that are not from school or work, like the AleMUN, the LMUN. That project I like. It's like one of my time. And after I have the other part. The other part is like thinking a little bit about me, like sports, see a series, being with my friends, and that things. So I usually like to separate these two parts of my life, and like share a little bit of time between them, you know. So that is why it's so important you organize your time, and it's something that I'm really working for being the best in on doing that, you know.
All right, thank you so much for sharing your hobbies. If you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go and why?
Okay, at this moment, I really want to go to United States, and it's something that I really aims because I want to make part of a project. To be honest, if I was going to like a country to just chill a little bit, I will say like an Asian country because I'm really interested in understand more about Asian culture, you know. But at the moment, I'm really focused in some modernized nations in United States because are the biggest modernized nations. So in the moment, my really goal is to go to United States and make part of this one modernized nation, you know, like Yale modernized nation, Harvard modernized nation, this type of modernized nations, you know, like the biggest. So it was like my dream. My dream, it's like to at the moment, it's to go to United States and be part of a modernized nation. Yes.
All right. So, what is your favorite book or movie and why? Why does it resonate with you?
Okay, about the movies, I'm not like a person of movies to be honest. But I will talk about the series, okay? I think it's not a problem. It's like it's basically the same. I will say a series because I think it's really funny. The series that are in the Netflix, there is the Wall Street Wolf. The Wolf of Wall Street. It's basically the same. So it's basically about the crash that we present that we have in to I oh my god, I'm really bad with dates. In 2018, you know, yes, we have like that problem in our economy in the world, and Wolf of Wall Street talks about that and how like the immobiliary sector was crashed basically. So I think it's one of my recommended, and I really recommend you to saw that series because it's amazing in my opinion, and explain you how this happened, how the world makes some solutions to be healthy, you know, all the time. So I think that's really interesting, you know.
All right, thank you so much for sharing. So, finally, is there anything else you would like to share about yourself and or any other accomplishments or experience that are relevant to your academic and professional journey?
Okay, yes, I have some reflections that I want to share with you. Basically, the first is that you need to aim really big to make something happen, to be honest. We need to dream really big so we can like work a lot for that and achieve that. So that's like my first reflection that I want to bring to you. Other thing, other thing really important, it's like don't lose your time with stupid things basically. You need to put your time in you and in your development, you know, in soft skills, hard skills, human skills. You need to work in all that. And more than that, you need to be a good person. And I'm not talking about you being good in your work. You need to be more than that. You need to be good in your work, in your life, and need to be good with other people, you know. If you want to be a good, if you want to have a good leadership, you need to be like present, and you need to have that human skills, you know, how to connect with the other person and everything, you know. So that's my biggest reflection that I want to bring with you. And please don't stop working, don't stop studying. We need to study for all life, you know. So that's my three reflections that I want to bring to you. And be like, you need to go out of your comfort zone, you know. You need to make more than in your bubble, you know. You need to make more, even more. Every day you can be better than the other day, okay? So make your best, like work the most and work well, you know. Yes, I think it's that's my reflection, Maha, that I want to share with you.
Thank you so much. As we come to the end of our interview, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Miss Inês Sofia for sharing her valuable insights and experiences with us today. We have learned about her academic journey in the technical management course, her passion for connecting with people from different cultures, and her involvement in various leadership roles and social projects. In Sofia commitment to personal and professional growth is truly inspiring. Her dedication to youth leadership and making positive impact on society is commendable. We wish her all the best in her future endeavors in the field of management, law, and international relations. Once again, thank you, Miss Inês Sofia, for being our esteemed guest, for sharing your story with us. Your experiences and perspective have undoubtedly enriched our understanding. And thank you to all our viewers for joining us today. Stay tuned for more insightful interviews in the future.
Thank you so much, Maya, for this invite, and I'm really happy that I do this for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so